Okay, so we're at the next part. I'm going to show you some of the dry goods. And I would say this is probably the part of the shopping that made the my bill so expensive. But once you get them the first round, they'll last for a while. So your bill will not be as expensive because if you start to notice, when you start to buy just the produce or mainly produce, your bill is going to be a lot cheaper. Okay, so now I'm going to over. So let's just take a look. I got some pecans and some cashews. I made sure they're raw, unsalted. Because they are raw, unshelled, and unsalted, I will probably stick these in the refrigerator so they don't get rancid. We, the whole point of having raw nuts is you don't want the fat to be rancid. That's part of the medicinal quality of it. So once it becomes rancid, you're going to need way more vegetables to counter the oxidation that's happening. That's the whole point of these rich antioxidants. So we don't want them rancid. Stick them in the refrigerator. But I'm going to take these two things, and then I got my organic raisins, golden sultan raisins. And I'm going to combine those together, and then I'm also going to put some gluten-free oats, the Bob Red meal. That's already in my cabinet. I didn't want to take that out. But I'm going to mix that together and just make that a little muesli snack thing that we can all kind of eat on when we want something, a sweet snack. So it's really quick and easy. It'll be made up already. And I'll put it in containers, but it's this combination basically. And then you can throw other things in there like goji berries. You could throw other different nuts in there. I didn't do walnuts because every now and then, I don't know, if I eat too many of them, I get a sensitivity, which never used to happen, which makes me wonder what's going on with that. Anyway, and then I got the organic coconut milk, unsweetened, classic. You want the full fat one. And this is Native Forest. And you want to always be looking for BPA non-intent can. So no BPA, okay? Ideally, if you can help it. And then this is Oatly, and Lita Berry turned me on to this, and it saved my life. I didn't even realize the sensitivity I was having to just even a little bit of cream in my 6 spice tea. It's amazing. When I just switched to this, there's little like low grade sensitivities you might be having that you just don't even realize until they go away and you actually feel better. Anyway, when I switched to the Oatly, that really happened. This is the full fat one. It's really delicious. So I sound like Martha Stewart now. She used to always go, "It's really, really great." That was like her being really excited about stuff. Really, really. But this is really, really great. And then we're actually going to try this out for the first time. I actually have not used the coconut milk yogurt. I have used their ice cream, and it's delicious. So we're going to try this one out because we're going to make some of those parfaits, also using it for some of the chia seed puddings, so on and so forth. And I'm going to try to get the girls switched over to this because we do still use the dairy, the plain Greek yogurt, which we do like, the Faye. But anyway, we'll try this one and see what we think. And then we did get the chia seeds. Now, granted, all of these things, you can order them. I'm going to give you some more wholesale places where you can order them because if you get them like this, it is pricey getting all this. So I'm going to give you some Frontier Herbs Co-op is probably a great place to go. Mountain Rose Herbs is another one you could probably check into. And then I'm going to give you some other ones just so that long term you don't have to get your chia seeds from this because this will be pricey over time. But these are the chia seeds I'm going to make the chia pudding with. And my girls love chia seeds, especially when it's put into some kombucha. And then we have some cashew butter. So we're going to put the cashew butter as a snack to go along with the apples, but also to make some of the dressings and dips. They're going to be made out of this cashew butter. This is the nutritional yeast. This is the Bragg's brand. You can get any brand. But this is we're going to use this in place of some of the cheeses The first 2 weeks, you are allowed to have low lactose dairy. That means you can have real fermented cheese. So, but we want to move out, no milk, no yogurt, that type of stuff. But this nutritional yeast can take the flavor of cheese. So I am going to try this out in my quiche. Normally, I just use a Parmesan, but I'm going to do a combination and see how I like it. The last 2 weeks, we'll probably definitely be using this 100% only. And then I got the hemp hearts just as another added protein source and omega-3 fatty acid source that you can throw into your smoothies and you can throw into your chia puddings and your snacks. And then we got some coconut flour. We're going to go back to making some gluten-free biscuits. I used to make those all the time, and then I just fell off. But I do think it's helpful. I do have a child that has asthma, and I did see an improvement. We have some oat flour. This is whole grain oat flour. You can get any. I was gonna get almond milk, the almond flour, but the almond flour was $11, and the coconut flour was $5. So the coconut flour won out. That's what we got. And so we're gonna make it work. And we're going to use the recipe that calls for coconut flour. But you can use them interchangeably, so don't sweat that if you get one or the other. And then the flaxseed meal, this is really great because we're going to add this to a lot of smoothies and a lot of the sweet snacks that we make. It's just going to add another layer of fiber and another layer of omega-3 fatty acids. So that is the thought processing behind those items. And lastly, I'm going to share with you, before I finish flipping it back over, I'm going to share with you the apple and the lemon juice and see, this is why I need that detox. You see how long it's taking me to pull words out? And the olive oil. Anyway, all right, I'll be back in a few. Bye.